Konnichiwa mina, boku wa Jeremy desu. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu. And I'm wearing a hat right now because my hair is driving me nuts. I don't know, I gotta get it cut again sometime soon or style it or something like that. But there's these bits that hang down right in my eyes, and I don't know about you, but it drives me freaking nuts. Anyways, so I've been watching the anime news and stuff lately, and following one particular thing that seems to be unfolding right now, which really has me wondering what's going on. An Anime News Network announced the other day that Sailor Moon Crystal is going to be shown on broadcast television in Japan finally, starting in April. Now I haven't seen yet what the broadcast schedule excuse me, will be for it. I only imagine that in order to not impose on it currently airing on Nico Nico and Crunchyroll, that it would probably have a schedule of one episode a week, maybe, or maybe they'll adopt the really, really, really freaking strange schedule that Sailor Moon Crystal currently runs at online. I can't see them doing that on television, but stranger things have happened, right? So, either that, or they're maybe putting Sailor Moon Crystal on a more regular style schedule online too to coincide with it. They haven't announced anything like that. I don't know, this is just pure speculation. And then today, they also announced that another station, or maybe it's the same one, NHK I think, is going to be rebroadcasting the original Sailor Moon anime run on Japanese television, also starting in April with one episode a week. Starting on, I think it'll be Monday nights at 6:30 or something Japan time. I don't know. Which I find very odd. Now, the only reason I can think for them to do that, really, because I know they want to focus, I'm really sorry about the cough, a lot of attention on Sailor Moon Crystal. And I think they're trying to draw more attention to the Sailor Moon franchise again. Because Nico Nico, I mean, they had released the Nico Nico viewership, and ever since episode 1, which had over 1 million views, it has been steadily declining in droves. Big chunks of people are leaving watching the series online. So that's the only reason I can see them doing it, is just to try to get more people interested in it by rebroadcasting the old series. Now that does not fare well for those of us who are hoping that they continue on to the Infinity Arc and then the Dead Moon Circus and then Sailor Stars, because if ratings ultimately fail on television, I cannot see them continuing on with broadcasting any more of the new series after the Black Moon family. Now, I don't think that Japanese television is as bad as North American TV, where a series will get cancelled like halfway through its run. I think they're a little more... they like to try to at least finish off a series first. And I know that Sailor Moon has a huge fan base, but the quality of the animation, I mean, you cannot argue that the quality of the animation of Crystal has been everywhere. It's been all over the place. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. And it's got more of a manga feel to it, of course, which is fine, but it's more so the little bits here and there of where they're missing pieces of things. Like that one scene that Kathleen pointed out, where Sailor Venus was missing her chain in just one quick scene, and there it is again. And how, for the first couple episodes, the opening theme had the wrong hair color for Usagi or Queen Serenity. I don't quite remember, one of them. And all those little things, like, it's weird for a studio, especially as old and as capable as Toei, to have that kind of issue. Especially since Toei handled the original run of Sailor Moon. It calls into question another thing, too, with the new generations of animators and stuff out there. I mean, this is almost totally off topic, but when you think about it, look at each generation that's coming out nowadays, and how all the technological advances like cell phones and stuff like that actually hinder, because it takes away attention in class from certain things. Now, one has to wonder if maybe that has something to do with it, and lesser attention spans and so on. I don't know. Maybe I'm completely barking up the wrong tree. But ultimately, it is weird to me that they are rebroadcasting the original Sailor Moon series as well as Crystal on television. I mean, it's kind of a call for help. I would say. I could be wrong. I don't know. What do you guys think? Because this is definitely something to keep an eye on. And now we have another half year. Actually, I think up until July is when the Black Moon family should be coming to an end. So they haven't announced anything for the Infinity arc yet. Remember, they announced the original run of Sailor Moon Crystal to start a year earlier than it actually did. It was supposed to start in 2013, didn't. And so we knew well a year in advance what was going on. But I did mention before, too, that Japan is really good at keeping things a secret and trying not to do spoiler stuff. And they were doing that for the longest time, almost right up to the beginning part of the first episode of Sailor Moon Crystal. Now, the Sailor Moon musicals actually just did a, excuse me, I think they finished their run in Shanghai just this past weekend, the 16th, 17th, and 18th. They were in Shanghai for the first time performing the musicals, and they had Chinese, I don't know if it was Mandarin or Cantonese, probably Mandarin. I don't know, one of them, subtitles while the girls were doing their performances in Japanese, which is kind of neat. I like that. I wonder if it kind of takes away from it a little bit. Probably not. I mean, if you're a big fan of it. I love watching the Japanese musicals. Whether I have subtitles or not, I don't care. I have the DVD, actually, and I'll be getting Petite Étrangère, which is coming out this month or early February. Probably coinciding with the second half of the Sailor Moon Classic dub, Viz, which is also coming out in February. February 10th, I think it is. So I think the musical comes out on DVD in this month here towards the end, so probably next week. I'll want to get one of those too. So I wish they had other things though, like rather than having extras of like the actresses going around doing things like karaoke or commentary. Personally, I prefer a CD, an album release. But I don't know if we're going to get that. I mean, maybe one day we'll get something where it's like a collector box set if they get through S, Super S, and Stars. I don't know. It's just weird to me that they're not doing the CDs. Because CDs probably cost way less to make than the DVD versions of them. I mean, granted, you probably get less money for them, but I don't know. To me, I would totally buy a DVD/CD if they had like both, like in the thing. I would love to see that, but I don't know if that's going to happen. Anyway, lots of things to watch for. They also haven't announced the Infinity Arc and musical yet, but again, right now it's really early, especially since they're doing the Shanghai shows. Unless they announced something at the Shanghai shows that I'm not privy to. I don't know. I kind of keep an eye on the Sailor Moon news sites just to see, but it's just really weird, really strange. Am I weird to think this stuff? I don't know. There's a lot of merchandise out there though, and Sailor Moon is a cash cow in that sense. I mean, there's a lot of people will buy a lot of things, and I posted a picture actually on my Facebook recently of a Sailor Moon cell phone that's a heart, and it comes apart and like turns into a cell phone shape kind of a thing when you answer it, and it goes back into a heart. That is a neat idea. And you know, my contract with Bell is up this year, March-ish, February and March, so I wonder. That'd be kind of weird. Would it be odd for a boy to have a thing like that? I don't know. Either way, I'm an avid collector of Sailor Moon stuff, and I don't give a shit, so that's just how it is. Anyway, comment down below. Let me know what you guys think, because this is, I don't know, it's a story to watch, that's for sure. The other thing, which I remember early on when they announced Viz having the Sailor Moon rights as well, was they said that they were making sure that all of the main actors and actresses can sing. So what does that have to do with anything? Nothing's come of it yet, but it really makes you wonder if they're going to start releasing English versions of the original character OSTs, or if they might come up with new music for it. I mean, Jennifer Cheehey did a lot of the music for the original English Sailor Moon dub, which there were 3 CDs released. I have all 3 of them. Luna Rock came later. There was the original one, and then there was a remix album. And I was a little pissed because they changed the versions of some of the songs, most outlandishly, Only a Memory Away. Now that could have to do with broadcasting rights and copyrights, I don't know. I was so mad that it was a different version than the one when Ami-chan was going to be a doctor. I really like that song. Very, very pretty. My Only Love stayed pretty close to it, and that's such a pretty song too. And Carry On was good. I think that one didn't change, but and then there's some music that they never actually used, which is weird. But I mean, at least on the Japanese ones, I think every song was used for the most part. For the most part, or maybe not. Maybe they just had character things, but still, it was fun. I'd like to see an English release that is similar to the Japanese ones originally, where each character had their own theme and stuff like that. Even if Naoko Takuchi wrote it in Japanese and then they translated it as close as they could to English to make it work, and then had the voice actors sing it, I think that'd be fun. I really do, as long as it's not too cheesy and ridiculous. But I don't know. Okay, that's enough of my Sailor Moonish stuff for today. For today, mind you. So let's keep an eye on this, see how it goes. The next episode of Sailor Moon Crystal is not this Saturday, and it is not the following Saturday. It will be the Saturday after that, so this is another one of those 5 weekend months torture, especially since the next episode is starting the Black Moon arc, officially. And I'm interested to see what the new opening animation will be, because they better have at least a new opening animation, otherwise it'll be very similar to how Deke handled it when they went into R and they still had Queen Beryl on the opening there. So I don't know. Oh, it wasn't until Cloverway took it over really that they changed it, unless Deke did it for the movies, but I don't know. I don't remember. It's a little too far back to remember. I have to go back and check. But ideally, well, anyway, it'd be like how Deke did it with the Black Moon family when they did the English dub. If you know what I mean? You guys remember that? Anyway, okay, Jamata ne mina. I will see you sometime soon. I have another video I have planned that I've been talking about for a while. Now that I'm starting to feel better, I might actually be able to do it because it involves my sense of smell. So we'll see, and I will see you guys later. Jamata ne. Bye-bye.